My name is Dawes, and I'm the universal promoter of the present moment. My brand is called NOWism, and yeah, my creative mission in this life and personal mission has been to promote the present moment and to encourage myself ultimately to consciously participate in my own evolution. And from that space, I've become like a distribution center of that divine message.
And how long have you been doing this in its current or a similar form?
I wanted to say now, but I understand your question. So it must be about 5 years. I'm thinking 5 years. Yeah, it was born from a painting that I was painting. It was like a contemporary sort of meditation man, Buddha type, sitting in meditation, and it was very asexual. And as I finished this beautiful little drawing, I thought this person's practicing NOWism, and yeah, that was when my stars align, angels sing, and I thought, yeah, it's a really great word. I'm going to use that.
Great. And what is the flow of your travel? Do you pretty much stay here most of the time, or are you traveling around the world? Yeah,
wherever the wind blows. I have discovered that the idea of travel is anchored in expansion, and the more I travel, the more I expand my own awareness. I love being enriched by the interactions that happen abroad. And so, and I don't have an insecurity about that. I think that there's a culture in the West around travel that takes a lot of preparation and a lot of decision, and it's like a serious thing to travel. And for me, I can decide to pick up and move overnight is not really a drama. And I've discovered that home is where the now is, and so from that space, yeah, there's nothing quite as delicious as the adventure of just now. Go now, yeah.
Tell us about some of the places you've been over the last few years.
All right. Well, I've done a lot of Asia. Even when I was younger, Japan and Thailand and that sort of thing. My most recent adventures were in Mexico and in America, Los Angeles. My richest experience was most definitely in Africa, where I hitchhiked from South to Central Africa with no money, and that was during my slightly more adventurous days. I really wanted to see the law of attraction in action. So in the event of not having resources or any idea actually, and exposing myself to a culture and an environment that apparently doesn't have much, and I'm insanely positive, can I summon instantaneous results and manifest my perfect outcomes? And the answer is yes, because I'm alive.
Yeah. What are some of the things you find attractive about the mobile lifestyle?
The newness, the nowness, the consistent unfolding in linear time, and not being in one here. It's where if we're going to be, in unfolding in time, then I think unfolding in space sort of makes sense to me as well. Yeah, for me, I sort of, it's just so normal now that I guess, it's just the way it is. It's intelligence, it's just it. Yeah.
Is the NOWism website supporting you, or are there other things you do as well?
No, NOWism is a full-time job.
Wow, wonderful.
It's full-time play, actually. Job is a funny description. It's definitely my service to the world, and it's my joy. It's really what makes it unique, I believe, is that the practice itself is anchored in a celebration. So taking the idea of discipline and sort of regurgitating it as blisscipline, bringing some joy to the practice, so that you feel that as you're deciding to consciously participate in your evolution and in your now, that you're not sacrificing fun stuff. It's more a service to yourself, and there's a delight in dancing in reality, as opposed to I should, must, gotta do these things, right?
Well, I'm sure everybody will be checking out your website, but tell us a little about some of the different aspects of it. What are some of the things you do as it relates to NOWism?
Sure. The heart of the NOWism message is really, it's a universal reminder service. So anchored in humor, which I believe humor is the shortcut to the now. I've found some really sweet, quirky, funky, sexy ways to communicate ancient truths. So it's essentially wisdom in a new package. One of the first quirky things that I created, and a lot of people in this town and globally have had the pleasure of uncovering, is the Now voucher. And that was a little voucher that I created, business card size. It basically just says, now, use this now, and get another now free. Genius, and on the back there's all the fine print, valid now, often never ends, best used deliberately. And so finding these sort of ways to communicate with the mainstream has been really my passion. There's something unsexy to a lot of the mainstream people out there who are working jobs and have families and things to, uphold. The idea of going and fasting in a cave and meditating and doing these practices is really not such an amazing idea. So, and my thing with NOWism is, what if it could just be easy? What if we have direct access to the divine, which we do? Is that not what every wise sage teacher, has said to us and shared with us? So, these sort of now vouchers, and learning the practice of, if you're at a stop sign in your car and you get to have a moment, then let it be one where you deliberately infuse your now with some gratitude or vision about something, or just being deliberate in the way that we are in the world. So the website is really reveals very lightly, the heart of what this practice is. It invites you to join me on some coaching stuff. Behind the scenes, we're developing an online course, which has been really fun. And that is just the how-to, what is it that you can do in your life to make you more now, and to make you a better distribution center for your own gift, your talent, your capacity. We all have this amazing thing inside of us, and a lot of us are not living from that space. We're working for the man. So it's about inspiring people into their own greatness, their own goodness. And then there's other things that are simmering in the NOWism, which is really where I play the hardest, and that is developing a cartoon series. It's various concepts been thrown around and negotiations taking place, and all sorts of glorious things there. An app at a game, so that people can participate and combat their own moment-terrorism, which is the contamination of the present moment through your own fear and doubt, lack, loss, worry, and become a now ninja. And what else is there? We're simmering on a live stage show idea. There's a branch of transformational entertainment that's in its infant stages, which is really it's a lot of fun, and that is the true gift of NOWism, is what's unfolding. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the most important skills or abilities that have enabled you to maintain this lifestyle and be so in the now?
Mm-hmm. Trust. Trust is a muscle. To wake up in the morning and to know, to really know that I'm waking up in a friendly universe and that everything is working together for my good. I've taught myself this. So this isn't a muscle that you just have. It's there, but it's beaten out of us through misinformation and mediocrity. So just to flex a best case scenario muscle has been my passion, my love. Definitely the thing that it makes my life look like a unfolding miracle, consecutive events that just seem to line up. I look really lucky, but I've trained my interiority to expect a certain outcome. So definitely trust, number one. Audacity, also another muscle. What if you couldn't fail? What if you just turned up and you got a green light? And I've had these revelations, and I've turned up in the most exquisite and obscure places with some people in very high spaces, and put ideas on the table and just got yeses. the whole way. And then I go behind and I'm like, oh shit, now I've got to like, keep up with what I'm becoming, so that's, audacity is certainly, one of the things I think is an asset in my world. And just a general glow for, not that you got to, but that you get to. There's a thing, that we can do in our interiority where we just constantly looking for a way to celebrate and to extract a gift from the moment. It takes a little energy, and it's, people say, oh wow, like you're, why are you so happy all the time? Like, I worked really hard on being this wacky. It really is a muscle, and yeah, I'm still developing that. I'm not always chirpy, and I have moments of contrast like everyone does, but it's learning that when life throws you something that doesn't feel like fun or bliss, that you can extract something really useful out of that. So learning those skills has been really monumental in me maintaining this lifestyle, because as we said, the illusion of security that we live with in the West is really interesting, because we put all of our eggs in these baskets of insurance and all these things. And then, as this is an amazing time in human history, because what we're seeing is these fundamental structures actually have a lot of holes in them. And as they start to fall down, this is the gift in chaos, right? Is that people start to look in like, oh, what's really real here? What have I actually got? And what you have got is the now. And so to anchor in the ever-expanding good, the truth of reality is really a divine practice and a really wise one, I believe.
That's a great reminder.
Yeah.
What are some of the most exciting aspects of your lifestyle?
Most exciting aspects is, just to be here now. Like, I think we often forget that we're individualized expressions of a cosmic good, and what does that even mean, right? What did I just say then? Like, it's so monumental. Like, we're consistently standing in this, like, field of infinity, and so to be an individualized expression of the divine, Cat Dawes, in this lifetime, telling a story, unfolding in this miraculous, concoction of goodness, is really, for me, a buzz. And I have trained myself to stay in awe of it. So I mean, I'm really like deeply entertained by really simple things, because I know how to take mundane things and take them back to their cosmic origins. Like, all mundane things have magic in them. So as you start to peel back the layers of things, you can literally be ritually. I like the name ritually. To be like really intoxicated by the presence of really really simple things. So I don't remember your question now, by the way, but it was I'm sure the answer was
the answer was great. Yeah, it was what do you find exciting about your life?
Oh, it's just everything in general and nothing in particular.
Okay. Well, I almost hate to ask this next question, but I know you can answer it without having to go down at all. But people often project, what it would be like to take off and go live in an exotic place and make up my own job and my own website. But what is the shadow side of that? What are some of the tedious things that one might deal with if they took off and tried to do what you're doing? Oh, sure.
I mean, there's certainly a level of discipline, and yeah, I'm always going to put a ridiculous positivism on everything, simply because I can and I choose to. But yeah, there is a level of self-worth, self-discipline. You have to be willing to take the apparent risk, because you can fail, but the failure is not a failure. That's the thing. It's like, this is the whole NOWism practice, is about giving powerful meaning to things that generally mean bad things to most people, right? So learning how to transform like your moments of stagnation into movement, and yeah, just always looking for the gift in it. There is a level of fierce focus that definitely is needed, and a receptivity and availability. You have to be green and growing all the time. Willing to be wrong, willing to learn, willing to just keep going no matter what. And for me, there's nothing else to do. So yeah, the question is like, it's an interesting one, but there's some obstacles that the world loves to put in front of you. And the truth is that you let them be there. And so through a decision to dissolve the obstacles and to be in a dance with reality is really the way to push through those things. But like Abraham Hicks likes to say, isn't your best meal eaten when you're hungry? So like the contrast is there for a purpose. And as you maybe don't succeed at certain things, it's really preparing a level of contrast to create a much larger celebration that's about to come, right? Yeah.
Exactly. This next question kind of follows on the heels of that. What advice would you give, if any, to yourself before you went off on this endeavor of NOWism? Looking back, what advice would you give yourself?
I would tell myself that it's all a big yes. The answer is yes. It's already done. It's already done. And so my only task is to stay ready, to be the right conditions so that I may rendezvous with grace, with all of the key people, places, things, the interactions, set of circumstances and situations that allow this amazing, creative, brilliant thing to unfold with grace. I would tell myself to just stay happy with the adventure of it, and to remember that even when it looks like that nothing is happening, that the universal orchestration is always taking place, and that things are shifting and being set on the path. And if you will only just be in your now and stop and just work with what you've got, start where you are with what you've got, then things always work out. Yeah.
Looking out on the now from here, and the people that you're interacting with, and the people that are I've labeled conscious nomads. Do you feel that what we're doing and how we're doing it has a greater implication for the world? Is there a piece being added by all of these people traveling around the world, interacting with each other, trying to be in the now, trying to be conscious? They can have a positive impact on the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that global transformation happens through individuals, and that two people in the name of anything, when you get together and you start to interact and to celebrate and create on an energetic level, something happens and you become another thing. It's like, even just here now, like I believe that we become a completely different entity just through the individualized, unique patterns that mix and become something else. Isn't it the most potent and amazing thing about the now, that every now is sacred? Like, this is an irrepeatable collection of universal intelligence that's taking place right here, right now. So as we do that, and as the conscious people are consistently bumping into each other in time and space and colliding into such awesome ideas and celebrating, and what's happening is there's certainly a momentum and a celebration that is taking place that just it anchors the field into something more solid, more tangible, and as we know, the audience is ready, the world is ready, like the emerging paradigm is being born through us, and there's a sweet hospice of the dying paradigm that's taking place too now. I believe that the era of protest has really come to an end. We know why we should change, but it's not about banging the drum about why we should do it. Let's just do it because it's a really great idea. And that's what I love about the interactions that I'm having with some just such sweet, amazing, like-minded people that they're everywhere, really, and as you create the filter to see them and to connect with them, there's certainly a very loud celebration taking place, and it's becoming more frequent. It's beautiful.
Well, any last thoughts or wisdom, insights that you would like to impart to our community that will be watching this video?
Yeah, there is. I'd like to remind you that your gift, your talent, whatever it is that you're, the thing that scares you the most probably, that thing inside of you doesn't actually belong to you, and it belongs to the world. And so that your job really is to bring it, and so to become the right condition, and to take the risk, and to know that you can't fail, like every path is leading there anyway. So you might as well get your now out and start. you know. And so, and we fully support you. There is a really amazing, magical community out there that is simmering in a similarity. And we welcome you and invite you into your greatest yet to be. And so it is. So yeah, Richest Nows.